Hold on. Dang it, it's stuck. Nope. There we go. I'm gonna talk about a story that happened at work. It happened recently. It happened like a few weeks back, 2 or 3, maybe more, maybe a month back. Anyways, it happened a while. It happened a while ago, where me and this guy, one of my coworkers, who I tolerate, were stocking the sodas, and at Walgreens, our main focus is customer service because they told us. Well, this is what I got told at the very beginning. Without the customers, there is no job. So, what they told me to do is, whenever you see a customer in the aisle, ask, is there anything you can do for them? So I usually say, oh, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on which time of the day it is, and then ask if they need any help or if there's anything I can do for them. Anyways, I seen this couple walking by in the aisle, so I asked, good mornings, good afternoon, sir. Is there anything I could do to help you? And he's a regular. He comes in like maybe once a week. And every time you ask him this, I heard him tell it to one of my friends before. He goes, "Yes, you can help me. You could give me a check for $1 million." It's just a really, really lame joke that you expect, a parent to tell. Well, he's old, so I let him do it. So he said, yes, you could write me a check for $1 million, and he laughed, and I fake laughed, so I was just, because I did not want to be rude. And then I don't know how the conversation changed, but he started going on and on and saying how me and the other guy who I don't really like, he's a horrible worker. Back to the story. So he started going on and on about how me and my coworker were really rich because we were able to afford food and water, and what else do you need? And me being the smartass I am, which I try not to show at work, I said, well, me personally, I need a girlfriend. And he's all, this is the kicker. He's all, don't worry. One day soon, you'll find someone just as desperate as you are. Which, I have several things to say. One, I am not desperate. I know I am not desperate because if I was desperate, I would have went out with that girl that asked me out freshman year that I was not attracted to. And before you get me wrong, and before all these people start posting about it's more than beauty that matters. Okay. First, she was mean. She was very, very mean. She used to hit me like all the time, which after I figured out she liked me, my mom told me that maybe it was how she showed that she had a crush on me, but anyway, she was very mean. Two, I had a crush on her best friend who me and her like connected. She wasn't skinny. I will be honest. She was a little bit on the chunky side, but I was still attracted to her because I wasn't like I still liked her because we had that connection. So I'm not desperate. And two, why does she have to be desperate? Like, is she like selling for me? Like, is there like no one else in the world? And so she just decided to come with me, or what? I say that I had a saying here. I say that you should just love who you love. Don't be attracted to any. Okay, got it. Don't settle. Yeah, don't settle. Wait for that connection you have with someone. Like me, I would love it if the person that I end up with, like, if she was like very, very pretty, like almost supermodel pretty, but I don't think that, like, I hope that will happen, but most likely not because I've been attracted to girls that were really pretty, but they turned out to be real witches. I said witches, not the other word. I replaced witches with the first letter of witches with B, and then you got what I switched it out for. So if 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 the girl I end up marrying turns out to be like 3'4", have one leg, but one tooth, no hair, and a unibrow, man, that's who I love. If we have that connection, we have that connection. I think you should not marry or date anybody unless you have a connection with them. Unless you're attracted to them beyond just physical attraction. So, back to the story of me being called desperate. His wife that was with him must have realized he says something very, very rude because she quickly changed the subject. I forgot what she asked. She asked something like where something was, grabbed her husband, and walked off like very quickly without even waiting for us to answer her question. And I don't blame the guy. I've said some jokes that got misinterpreted and were very people thought they were very rude. So hey, he was joking around. It's not like I could be personally mad at him. And plus, I got this great, wonderful story out of it where I got called desperate by a stranger. Mm-hmm. And the only way I could get a girl is if she is just as desperate as me. Which, considering that I'm not desperate, I hope for. Anyways, look at my last video to see what I usually say right here at this point because I've been having too many brain farts in this video. Later.